Whoa! Damn!
Have you ever wondered if giants ever existed? While there have been stories of giants that have long captured the imagination, many have been debunked by the diligent work of individuals like Alice Hordlicka. As a curator at a museum, Hordlicka dedicated his life to unraveling the truth behind these legends, revealing that many were mere fabrications, misidentifications, or exaggerated accounts of large animal bones mistaken for human remains. That begs the question, was Goliath really a giant? And have actual giant skeletons been found by archaeologists? Well, let's find out. As far back as 2012, scientists found a complete skeleton of a giant with a condition that makes them grow very big near Rome. This happened because of a problem with a gland in the body. However, some stories on social media say there are human skeletons as tall as 36 feet, but there's no proof of that. In a cave called Lovelock in Nevada, people found big skulls and skeletons, about 7 to 8 feet tall. But these were not from ancient times, and they probably belonged to a different kind of people than us. In the discovery near Rome, the person was really tall, standing at 6 feet and 8 inches or 202 centimeters. Back in the 3rd century AD Rome, where most men were around 5.5 feet tall, this guy would have been considered a giant. Today, the tallest man alive is even taller, measuring at 8 feet and 3 inches or 251 centimeters. But do you know that finding skeletons like this is rare because gigantism itself is very rare? Only about 3 out of every million people worldwide have it, because gigantism starts when a person is a kid, and it happens because something goes wrong with a gland in the brain called the pituitary gland, making them grow way too much. Before this, there were 2 other skeletons, one from Poland and one from Egypt, that were thought to maybe have gigantism. But the skeleton from Rome is the first clear case from ancient times, according to Simona Minozzi, who led the study and works as a paleopathologist at the University of Pisa in Italy. The strange skeleton was discovered back in 1991 during a dig at a burial ground in Fideni, which is close to Rome. The people in charge of the dig, called the Archaeological Superintendents of Rome, noticed something odd about the length of the man's tomb. But it wasn't until later, when experts looked closely at the bones, that they realized they were different too. They then sent the bones to Minozzi's team to learn more about them. To figure out if the skeleton had gigantism, the scientists carefully studied the bones. They found signs of damage to the skull that matched what happens when someone has a pituitary tumor. This kind of tumor messes up the pituitary gland, making it produce too much of a hormone that makes people grow. Meanwhile, PolitiFact investigated 2 skeletons mentioned in a post, starting with Goliath, a famous giant from the Bible known for his battle with David. In 2016, archaeologists found a cemetery in southern Israel that they believed belonged to the Philistines, who Goliath was said to be from. CNN reported on this discovery with the headline, "Is this Goliath's burial site? First ever Philistine cemetery discovered." The report mentioned that researchers were gaining new insights into the Philistines from the burial site and that they found some skeletons and cremated remains. However, CNN did not claim to have found Goliath's skeleton or any giant remains. In 2019, a researcher proposed that the Philistine giants, like Goliath, might have been labeled as such because of the impressive buildings they constructed. Aaron Mayer, a professor at Bar Ilan University, explained to the Times of Israel that all the skeletal remains of Philistines found up to that point showed no signs that they were larger or different from regular-sized people. Another figure mentioned in the Facebook post was Maximinus Thrax, who has been described in history as unusually tall. No evidence has been found to confirm the discovery or documentation of Maximinus Thrax's skeleton, but he was mentioned in a 2012 archaeological research article that discussed the possibility that Maximinus Thrax, an emperor from 235 to 238 AD, may have had gigantism or acromegaly based on descriptions in historical texts. However, the researchers did not claim that the skeleton they found with pituitary gigantism in Rome belonged to Maximinus Thrax. So do you believe in giants? Is Goliath a real giant, or was it an exaggeration? Tell us your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more.